welcome to the very mysterious theatrical venue that is Cambrian Hall. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
Looking forward to this one, Todd.
It's time now for our tale of the tape. Here comes the Flushing Flash, Kevin Kellye. We saw in his fight against Prince Nassim Hamed, he's willing to go toe-to-toe and blow for blow. What a battle that was, and we expect something similar here in this one. And they'll be facing Sweet from... These two have certainly talked the talk. We are expecting an all-action slugfest. He threw a punch and just got countered. Misses with the straight left. Beautiful counter punch. And that hook misses. Couldn't land that jab. Nice counter. Well done with that counter shot. Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
Can you imagine walking into this, Todd? Walking into an arena with such noise, people chanting your name. You can't even hear your corner man whispering in your ear. I've been in situations like that where it can be terrorizing if you haven't got your wits about you.
We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
And try and relax a little bit now. Fight a little differently. Those counter punches have to hurt. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. You know that bell? There's the bell for round two. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They're going to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Insane action. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Keep an eye on this slugger. As you know, he's willing to take three to give one. That's his game plan, and it's worked out pretty well for him so far.
Sluggers just want to mow you down. They want to walk straight through as though you do not exist. You've got to be fit for this one.
Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. There's a counter shot. They exchange punches. Punch, counter punch. And he did catch him. He caught him clean. Clean as a whistle. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
You're fighting a counterpuncher, you've got a dummy.
I got to stop you here, Johnny, as we pick up the heat. And Kellye couldn't take anymore. Everything looks better in slow motion. Let's take another look.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
He's been knocked down, but at least not knocked out. There's the bell for round 3. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle, man. He's got to bluff it.
How about that time counter shot? Nice counter shot. Ooh, Kevin Kellye took a sharp shot there. And down goes Kevin Kellye. Oh my goodness. I want to see that one more time.
That's lights out right there.
The referee says they can continue, but how much more do they have left?
Got to waste time. Get step behind the referee. When he comes close, tie him up. The referee's then got to paw you. Walk around the ring. You've just got to make the most of it. Because if you let him jump back on you again, he's going to get momentum and pull you down again. And that's a lot of points to lose in a row.
Beautiful counter shot. Good counter punching. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. He misses with that straight left. Nice counter shot. Miss with that jab. That counter shot lands. Final 10 seconds here, unless something major happens. I think we all know who won that one. What a huge momentum. Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything full barrel because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
This is some of the best action I've seen in any round, anywhere this year. Perfect counter shot. He's going to go with more footwork now. What do you think of that strategy? We're always looking for that KO, and we could see an upset right here. Looks like trouble was averted.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Throws the jab and doesn't score. And he scores with the counter. Catch and shoot. That jab doesn't find a home. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweet.
Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Well, you know with featherweights, the hands are going to be flying. A lot of punch output.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little faggot or pickpocket him.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. A perfect counter lands. Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
They both want a knockout, you can tell. That counter punch caught him clean. And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. Jab misses. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight.
Here we go in the 6th round. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. The jab can't find a home. Counter punch. Nice counter punch. Nice counter punch right up the middle. There's a counter shot. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Kevin Kellye just got rocked, and Kevin Kellye has to go down. That punch to the head looks so good live. Let's see it again in slow motion and really appreciate it.
Shut.
That'll be a 10-8 round for sure. Round 7, here we go. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. Is how you are going to deal with it.
Perfect counter lands. He missed with that jab. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. They exchange punches. Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. Oh no, Kevin Kellye, it's some real trouble here. And it appears they're out of trouble, at least for now. But that just goes to show you one clean punch changes everything.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, Clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing him down. All hands on deck. We are witnessing an upset in the making. And before they get knocked down, they choose to go down on their own and take a knee.
What you see right there is a heartbroken fighter.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
As long as they don't get...
And they're back at it again here in round 8. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep...
He caught him with that body shot, and it froze him in his... So it's onward and upward after a knockout win here.
Accuracy, power, punch, perfect. That was hurt.